Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Thanks, Coach. A bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Chicago Bears. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Go, Mike. 180. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Watch the screen. Pass. Kill. Red, up. 18. 51. Go. 51.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. On first down, Trubisky buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
58, right over there.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
He's coming. Alert. He's coming, double up. Hey, 18.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Hey, zoom. 52's the mic, boys. 52. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. New mic 52, mic 52. Crunch time, defense.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. This complete to Lockett. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Hey, pick it up, defense. Greystone, travel.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
First down, New England.
Down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
4 down, 4 down. Go, Jackrabbit, come on. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Do protein spill. Ready?
They'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And the Patriot first down.
Set, ready, 30 base. Watch the pass. 5.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
3-yard line.
Here we go, set. 10 Lobo. Hey, check 13. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Michel. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Chris Carson. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
That ties the game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Gurley again here on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers plant their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Three down.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on third down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a fourth down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's caught by Howard. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On first down, Carson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 38.
Ready! 15 line. 15 line.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Now.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malcolm Brown at $3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. Where's 52?
5.
Now Trubisky to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
You got nothing.
Blue.
Hey, check Mike 33.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Patriots take over.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
This is taken at the 3.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
At their own 48-yard line.
Ready up.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
6-6, bullet high. Smooth.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He'll rifle this one deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's good for 28 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Looking deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 42 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the toss, it's Gurley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Right there. All right. Let's go.
Trubisky will throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. On 2nd down, Michelle. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down.
18 on the play. 1st down, New England.
Down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Tight right. Solo out there. Check the outs out there. 3 down.
2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here we go. Set. 30 base.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Watch the shit. Hey, watch the
Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Michelle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 52.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
57. Mike, 57.
Now.
2nd and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. And the Patriots
Go now.
first down.
10-2 stop.
Here we go. Bang, 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 bang.
On first down, it's Carson. He's taken down at the 7th after a gain of 7. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They come out here in the eye.
Stop your whining. Jim, 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 Jim.
Yo, fast.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. It's caught. Lockett. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
18.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Red,
51 to Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
To Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Hey, alert!
Now it's Trubisky. That's going to be caught. A very solid gain of 27.
Let's go.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open down.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Alert! Hey, orbit.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
14. Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the
The
set.
Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
5.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
By Stephon Gilmore.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Here I come. Here I come.
Up, go.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3.
Let's go.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Big grip.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
You see all
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the pistol, it's Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14.
The score, Bears 35, Patriots 14. Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Come on,
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Ready? 50, plant.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Get it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. Shoot.
Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Todd Gurley, 27 yards. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Down.
The Pats at the line ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read. Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 9 now. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes...
And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Trubisky. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 52 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Looking to throw. And now here's another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. This complete to Lockett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. They find some open field here. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Bears 56, Patriots 14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Any weapon? Get it.
They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
But it's 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now it's Gurley. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Another carry now for Gurley. Good move by Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
O'Donnell to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Got it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, Went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Michelle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On the ground, this is Michelle. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd down now, Michelle. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw that happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's got Lockett. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's it. Big hit.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd and 9. Trubisky. Pass incomplete.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football because that one could very easily have been a 3rd.
Yeah, off balance, pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks, they try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
We got this.
A gain on the play.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Come on, fellas.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
I'm here all day. Watch safety. Red, safety screen.
Gurley.
Go, run.
Fighting room inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to the workhorse today, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. And they take a knee.
Trubisky on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Right 80. 52 right here. 52. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Stop.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Trubisky on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another